You do not need a New Year resolution. You don't need the start of every year as sort of this magical day where all of a sudden you are able to accomplish your dreams. You don't need a New Year resolution to be the sort of booster that you have to accomplish your dreams and goals. Now, if you are thinking, what do you mean? I need New Year resolutions. It helps me. That's what keeps me going. If you're asking that question, I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, what was your last New Year resolution? Second, what did you accomplish for your last New Year resolution? And 3, how long did it take you to accomplish your goals for your last New Year resolution? Now, if you're able to answer all 3 questions in the positive, as in you remember what your last New Year resolution was, you also remember what you accomplished, and there was a decent time frame, that's great. Stick along, I have something for you. Now, for those of you who are still thinking, what do you mean I don't need a New Year resolution? I need to be able to know what it is that I need to accomplish. Well, to that I say this. Number 1, let's look at statistics. Okay, for those of you who are familiar with statistics, typically you can't get an entire population, so you have to make a decision or come to a conclusion based on a sample. And the statistics don't lie on this issue. If we take the people that typically set a New Year resolution, less than 10% follow through or are actually able to follow that New Year resolution. That says something. So if we take 100 people, only about 10 or less than 10 people actually do what they say they are going to do for their New Year resolution. That's not good. But let's also think about it this way. If you're about to get on a flight, take a plane to travel, and you were told that for this particular flight, your chances of getting there is less than 10, will you still take that flight? Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe in making resolutions. I do believe in making goals, right? However, when it comes to New Year resolution, it has a different dynamic. And so, towards the end of this video, I will tell you what I think you should have instead of New Year resolution. Now, about 55% of all New Year resolution is based on, the category really is about health, losing weight or exercising more, or financial goals. And I can understand why people don't follow through with these particular type of goals. When it comes to the way you eat, the way you live your life, the way you take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, it's a lifestyle. So the reason why I say you don't need a New Year resolution is, if you have not built the type of lifestyle to support what this New Year resolution is, you cannot follow through it. You can't. Think about a muscle. A muscle has to be activated. A muscle has to be developed. A muscle grows. If that muscle is not being used, it cannot grow. You cannot maintain it, right? So if we think about a New Year resolution, and let's say you have never been the type to go to the gym 4 times a week, and your New Year resolution is, starting in January, go 4 times a week. Let's think about this for a second. You have never built the capacity to go to the gym that much, and all of a sudden, you are putting your body through this new thing that you've never done before. It's not surprising then that many people don't follow through. Or let's look at even the weight gain and the weight loss, or the eating habits. All your life, you've eaten a certain way. And all of a sudden, 2021, you want to cut out chicken from your food. All of a sudden, your body, your mind, nothing has changed. It's just you want to all of a sudden stop it. It doesn't work. I think the New York Times put people that actually follow through their New Year resolution to about 8%. And then I believe the Forbes put about 25% completion of New Year resolution. And it was also put in around January 12th is when people just give up on their New Year resolution. I'm sure you've seen this. If you go to the gym, you realize January to February. Oh my goodness, you cannot find an equipment in that gym. Everywhere is packed, everywhere. Even when you take it to the regular days, Monday, Tuesday, the gym is packed. Thursday, Friday, nobody is there. Why is that? You tell me, why is that? Why is it on Monday, Tuesday, everybody's at a gym, and Thursday, Friday, towards the weekend, nobody is there? So is it surprising then that at the beginning of the year, everybody is all hyped, all our senses are up, we want to do all these great things at the beginning of the year, then as time goes on, we just stop. So you don't need a New Year resolution because of, number one, the statistics. Number two, the pressure. You are putting a type of pressure on you that you've never had to do before. Never. I talk to some of my friends and, we talk about how sometimes when you go to the gym, your body all of a sudden is too sore and, yes, it's because your body is not used to that. And now you are forcing it, right? Now, this is not to say that we don't need pressure in our lives. We do need pressure in our lives. Diamonds, come out of pressure. So you do need pressure in your life. But one thing that makes it worthwhile is consistency. Even diamond takes time. Even though it takes pressure, you just keep at it and eventually you get there. You get that diamond. So it's not that you cannot make New Year resolutions. But the question to you is, are you willing to go through all the way? Not just write a few things down and then just stop. That is why it doesn't work. And it doesn't work because you haven't built the capacity to support whatever lifestyle and habit that you want. That's why New Year resolutions don't work. So what do you need if you should not have a New Year resolution? What should you have instead? I propose a lifetime commitment. That's right. Or a lifetime resolution. New Year resolution. Actually, I was having a conversation with a friend about this topic. And he mentioned lifetime resolution. So I'm adopting lifetime resolution. I think that is the right way. And lifetime resolution as a way of living. If that's how you live, right? If the goal is to live healthy, if the goal is to be physically well, to be mentally well, to be financially responsible, it is so much more easier than to just switch something that you've never had to do before. So hear me. There's nothing wrong with making a resolution, but if that resolution is not part of your daily living, it's not part of who you are, and you don't understand why it is that you are doing it, and that why doesn't even mean much to you, you cannot sustain it. That is what makes having a New Year resolution meaningless if you haven't done this background work. So again, if you haven't built the capacity, you are not willing to make a plan and how you are going to measure this plan and how you are going to be accountable to this plan and how you are going to determine progress for this plan, it just cannot work. You can say all you want. Yeah, this year I'm going to make, I want to make more money. I want to get out of debt. I want to save, $5,000. The question is, have you put a plan in place to do that? How often are you going to save? Where is the money coming from? Are you going to make an extra income? And are you going to limit how you are spending on other things? There are so many things that come with it. But if it's never been a part of who you are, and you are not committed to this particular path, it just cannot work. So it's not so much that New Year resolutions are bad, it's not. But if you've never built the capacity, if you've never had to challenge yourself that way, in a consistent way, it just cannot. Because your body is not used to it. You can go to the gym 1, 2, and then you realize, no, you are too tired. That will be the end of it. But what if you start with, 1 day a week? Even if you don't feel like working out, just go to the gym. Just be physically there so that your body is at least used to that type of environment. Then you can start off with maybe 15 minutes of lifting something or of, walking on a treadmill. Just to get your mind and body prepared for that. Because once again, if you've never developed that, if it's never been a part of you and all of a sudden you want to jump into it, it's too overwhelming. It's too much pressure. it's too difficult to really follow through. I think that's why we have less than 10 people actually able to follow through their New Year resolution. So, if you didn't get anything at all out of this video, understand a couple of things. It's good to set resolution, but what is the plan to seeing it through, right? And what does that plan mean to you? Why do you want those resolutions? If it's not something that impacts your life in a certain way, you cannot, it's just difficult. Now, most people will set those health goals, losing weight or exercising more. The reason why they finally get to that point is because they have been forced to do that. Maybe they went to see a doctor and the doctor said, hey, if you don't become a vegetarian, you're going to die. Or your blood sugar is way too high, and if you don't do this, this is what is going to happen to you. So again, they're not even making that decision based on personal choice. It's pressure that is on them to do that. Maybe finally you realize that you cannot, buy a house because your credit is not good. So now you are forced to make financial choices that you've never had to make before. That makes it difficult. That puts too much pressure on you. But if you yourself understood that, no, I want to live a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to go to the gym 2-3 times a week, no matter what. And you started slowly. And now it's a habit. Now it's just second nature. I just need to go because it makes me feel good. Making New Year resolutions wouldn't be hard because it's part of who you are. And that is what that is the distinction between just making a resolution and making a life commitment, a habit commitment to change. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I probably will come up with another video that might talk about goal setting and being able to accomplish the things that you want. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've had a great holiday so far. And I hope the next time that you're making a resolution, the year is almost over. There's nothing wrong with making goals and plan and having a strategy of implementation other than just coming up with grand ideas and having no real way of measuring it, knowing how you are going to determine, the success of that, and knowing when you can know that you've actually accomplished those goals. There are distinctions with that. So I hope as you are thinking about things you want to do for the coming year, you keep in mind some of the things that I've mentioned previously. And if you like this content, I would encourage you to consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be talking about things like this in the future. And so I hope to talk with you some more. Have a great holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you.